This is Ryan, and his story is similar to mine, and so it's an honor to get to baptize him today to see how God's worked in his life. Let me share his story with you. He says, growing up as a child of divorce from the age of 1, church was varied and separated for me. My mom's side of the family was Assembly of God or Pentecostal. My dad's was a very loosely regimented Presbyterian. I wouldn't say I was confused, as I was mostly indifferent but searching. As I became a teenager, I even went through a confirmation class at the Presbyterian church, but declined to walk as I was still not sure about everything and didn't want to be hypocritical of what I was doing. I started self-medicating due to pretty severe OCD and soon became a full-blown alcoholic. I forgot about God and went on down the road feeding my addiction and giving in to every compulsive behavior. I moved all over the country drinking and having a good time to the tune of about 20 different places in 8 states or so. Somehow I survived extremely risky behavior. I got sick about 5 years ago with chronic pancreatitis due to alcohol abuse. Managed to put together a few sober months here and there, still not following or understanding a relationship with God and Jesus. A little over a year ago, I wound up in the hospital again, still carrying around pancreatitis, but now with end-stage liver disease, gallstones, and a potentially deadly bacterial infection. As I lay in bed over the last year, things with God began to make sense and become much clearer to me, and every time I was given a death sentence by the doctor, somehow I knew he was there and I wasn't going anywhere. I didn't know what to tell the doctors, and they were blown away by what they perceived was my survival as my resilience and strength, when it was becoming clear that it was God's will that I stay here. I remember waking up from a particularly horrible low point and hearing a voice asking me why I would want to stay. And I said I need to stay for them. And stay I have. I developed a GI bleed and basically bled to death internally twice as they did emergency surgery on me when I had almost no blood left. This was a month ago. When I woke up the last time, things had become much clearer. Ministry is my calling, and I had to go through every single thing I did throughout my life to prepare me for leaving nothing out. I became ordained with a testimony similar to this and Bible knowledge that I didn't know I had. I attended your church as the first service since I was in the hospital with a dear friend and his family. This was the first time I was able to communicate where I was at with someone other than a few immediate family members, and things are getting stronger. I'm ready to enter into a covenant with Jesus Christ, and I think that journey would be the best place to get started. Right? I'm excited for God's transformation in your life. When you realize that you're a sinner in need of a Savior, and Jesus loves you, and God's going to use you for His glory to help others. I'm excited to baptize you today in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Buried with Him in baptism, you're raised to walk the newness of life.
Man, I feel like taking an offering, just going home. Wow, we've already had church, that song, and then the baptism. What a great way. So aren't you glad you came to church this morning?